Yo! Schmoinky Goblins, that's us. I'm him. He's her.
So, we just finished watching Attack on Titan today.
Yeah.
The first part of the final part. The first segment of the final part of Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
For season 4, part 3, part 1, chapters 1 and 2, which is like an hour-long special.
Yeah. Which is actually pretty good. I really enjoyed it.
Oh yeah, it was phenomenal. But I feel like
waiting 6 months for the next one is kind of whack.
This will contain spoilers. Okay?
Oh yeah.
If you're not caught up to the anime,
yeah,
don't continue watching.
Yeah.
Unless you want it spoiled.
Although judging
Or
by
I would appreciate it if you just hit mute and let the video play out, you know, give us those watch minutes, but that's okay.
just throw a comment about whatever you feel like talking about.
Yeah. Just throw a comment. Let us know how your day's going.
Yeah, tell me
Tell us about
your
your
day.
day. Tell us about what happened. But even like obviously if you're not caught up to the anime, but judging by how many more episodes do you think they're gonna have?
I think it'll be 1 or 2.
Only?
I don't.
They might as well make a movie then.
If they continue to do this 1 hour long, 6 month break, 1 hour long, like they're truly milking Attack on Titan for everything that's left of it. That's what they'll do. Or what we're gonna see is, come September, you're just gonna see 6 consecutive episodes
Of 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So does that count?
I would prefer that over another movie.
Because
like that.
I kept hearing them say that they were gonna split part 3 into 2 parts, which is fucking stupid. But I thought that meant that they were gonna have like a part 1, which is multiple episodes, and then part 2, which is multiple episodes.
Yeah.
But I guess part 1 was just this 1 hour special that we just saw.
Right.
And then
So I think what it comes down to was, and this is an assumption, I have no fact or evidence to back this, but this is just if I'm using critical thinking. I think because there was this big debate leading up to this, whether or not they're gonna, 1, do a movie, and 2, stick to the original ending. My assumption is where this episode ended was either where they were gonna diverge from the manga, have their own story and premise, or they were gonna stick to manga. And it was like 2 weeks ago maybe, or last week, where you sent me that post on Instagram where they were like, oh, we're sticking to the manga ending.
yeah, I've seen multiple. Like first they were saying we're sticking to it, and then I'm seeing they might change it, and now no one's really sure what's gonna happen. But judging by what we just watched and where they ended it, I feel like if there is any point they were gonna diverge, that is the point to diverge.
To diverge, exactly.
Because you're at like the climax of like that's it. This is the end, bro.
So my
This
assumption,
is the final battle. I'm gonna assume. I haven't read the manga, but
my assumption is they either had more content ready that was the different anime only ending, and then when they made the executive decision to stick to the manga, they now have to create that.
HANJE pack.
this guy's so
HANJE
pissed.
got smoked.
Quite literally.
Quite
literally. I swear. No, rip
Bruh.
HANJE for real. She was the GOAT. I loved her.
I got
She wasn't the
spoiled on
GOAT.
IG.
She was
but-
great. She
Oh,
a
that
great
was the
character.
spoiler that you saw on
was the
IG?
spoiler that I saw on IG. But I didn't see. I just saw like TikTok text saying HANJE dies, and then like I scrolled off and I was like,
Oh, you're like, I read.
yeah.
It's like, why
And then
never
you try to gaslight yourself. You're like, maybe they were lying.
I was like, oh, maybe this is like a fan animation.
Looks at the date. Fuck, the episode's been out a week.
Yeah.
Like,
Probably not a fan.
There hasn't been a single character death. You haven't been keeping up with the rest of our channel. I am the new. I just finished watching season 4, part 2, like before I came here to watch this with them.
With us.
With us, yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm the newest Attack on Titan watcher. Like, which is crazy because of all the anime to not have watched Attack on Titan is the one I waited for this long. But I literally
One Piece.
in like but that's a different story. That's like 1,050 episodes.
different
like
story.
whatever. But anyways,
Full Metal.
that's not as
Chainsaw
big as
Man.
Attack on Titan. Chainsaw Man just dropped.
I just wanted to shame you a little bit. I'm sorry.
Have you watched Chainsaw Man?
Yeah, totally.
Have you watched Blue Lock?
No,
Or Fire
no,
Force?
he's
Or-
lying.
Totally. Chainsaw
Liar.
Man. That's my guy, bro. The guy with the chainsaws on his arms and cock and head and stuff.
No, but I watched
That's
it.
new.
I watched it. If you individual sessions, I literally watched it. I watched season 1 in 2 nights.
Okay.
I stayed up all night watching season 2 the day after that, or like a week after that, but whatever.
You're a loser.
Like in one night. I binge watched. Shout out my boy Tio. I binge watched with him literally all night, like all of season 3
Nice.
last week, and then in the last 3 days or 2 days, I watched season 4 parts 1 and 2, and then I just.
So if you like took out all this breaks and the gaps,
It's
it probably
fresh for
took
me.
you like
It's
5
fresh
days.
for me. Yeah. If there was no like break of week in between, like 5 days total, it's fresh for me.
And you still can't pronounce Erwin.
Ervin.
Yeah.
I watched it in dubbed, except for the recent episode, obviously.
And he thinks because in dubbed they say Ervin, that means the dub is correct.
In the dub, they're gonna say it how you're supposed to say it in English. Sah, right?
But how's it spelled?
No.
Where does the
No,
sound
why would that
come
be
from?
right?
Okay, but he could be Polish.
But
in Polish, the W is the
Japanese-
V.
In Japanese, which is the source material, they say Erwin.
Yeah, in Japanese they say like
That's a
okay,
dope
okay,
point.
why do you say Eren Yeager? Why don't you say Eren Yeager?
He does say erenyeager.
Like they're
that's your
obviously gonna say it
contrary.
differently.
You're talking about an accent versus a literal like mispronunciation. Erwin versus Ervin.
They just use the English letter for it. Erwin or Ervin. In English, the way you would say it is Ervin. The same way.
I've never met an Ervin.
I knew this girl named Veronica.
Who are you speaking to across
I knew
the
this
room?
girl. I knew someone named Veronica, but it was spelt with a W in the beginning. But in her native tongue, it
is
was
this proving your
Veronica,
point?
and in English, it was Veronica.
So how is this proving your point?
Because in different languages,
so
you
her
can use it
parents
differently. Okay.
Are dyslexic.
It's her name. What? Okay, regard. That's not what we're gonna talk
That
about.
doesn't prove any points. It's Erwin.
Okay, just let us know. Ervin or Erwin.
I'm gonna just use the power of democracy here and say it's Erwin as well.
Nobody's gonna say that it's Ervin because the dub says it's Ervin. Only you. Watch.
Okay,
bro, just watch.
It's okay.
Just watch what happens, bro. If anyone is gonna talk to you about
This is
it, like
this
you'll
is
see,
like
they're
when
not
we
gonna
got
be
mad
like,
at him for Torfin.
No, but he was just that's
yeah,
so
but
different.
Torfin is like just an accent.
Yeah, but I feel like that could also be technically just an accent.
No, but he's flipping it. Like I'm saying, like Torfin and Thorfinn, same fucking.
Okay,
shit.
why would they not say Erwin in the dub? Why would they choose to say Ervin?
No, he's not like a main character. He's not like.
He was a
Eren.
very significant character.
Eren, who's across the room that you're talking to?
He was a very significant.
Our producer is
character.
right there, you know.
Yeah,
Both
damn,
of
bro.
them.
Yeah.
Both of them. There's 3 of them actually.
Want to come say hi? Oh, you're
No,
too shy.
no,
You're too shy?
yeah.
It's
They,
okay.
they got the stage fright. They got the stage fright.
You're not on camera personalities.
your
Know your
kid,
place.
Bro, what?
We gotta talk to him. He's getting
Yeah,
too
that's
comfortable.
crazy.
Bring children. It's literally midnight. They
Why
got
are you
school
roasting
tomorrow.
the Commonwealth?
Yeah, you're right.
No,
You're
that
right.
was kinda
Backflip?
rude. That was kind of rude.
Anyway,
So what would you
What was I
in,
saying?
Anyway,
in your opinion, what would you compare the first season to in terms of would you say it's one of the best first seasons you've ever watched in anime? Would you say it's mid? Would you say I'm not asking you.
I was just gonna
I
say
watched the
who
first
asked
season.
you? Anyway, I'm getting bullied. Bro, I'm about to
that's hilarious. That was
Um,
so funny. The who
Is
asked.
it one of the? I'm just trying to remember how season one ended with Annie's arc with the. Is it one of the best first? I would say Vinland Saga first season is pretty on par. In my opinion.
Okay. That's
These
fair.
are opinions. These are not facts.
That is fair.
These are opinions. I would say it's well.
Where does the first season end? First season ends
First season ends. They take down Annie and they
the crack in the wall, right?
imprison her in the ice.
See the crack in the wall? The first time you see that the wall is made of titans.
You see the
Yeah.
Titan's face in the wall. That's when you find out that
Crazy.
The wall's made out.
Crazy.
Bro, let me tell you, this show, bro. I'm gonna okay.
Episode 20. That's
Okay.
episode 23 and 24.
24.
Yeah. And the Rumble was already like in the works.
Bro, I'm gonna be so on dick for the next minute or so, but I'm gonna give you a monologue right here.
All right.
Let me tell you, this
Monologue, don't worry. Let him do his thing.
This anime is like, to say it's crazy is such a wild understatement, because I understand the hype now. I can't believe I waited this long to watch, and I knew it was gonna be good, but I swear, if I wasn't by season 3, I was saying if Naruto didn't have such a special place in my heart, it was a solid contender for my number 1 pick of anime, and it is without a doubt in my number 2 spot, just because Naruto will always hold that one spot.
Right.
I
Fire Force?
get how over everything I've seen.
Fire Force.
I don't know. This guy
Everything.
loves the Fire Force, you
I
know?
don't
That's
love Fire
me.
Force. He
Oh,
loves
that's
Fire
you?
Force, I
Fire
don't.
Force.
But
My bad.
bro,
I still don't have it in my top 3.
Well, yeah, because you've seen the goats.
Yeah, but
You've
it's
watched
not
all
even
the
in my top
goats.
5.
Like I could see it drop if he ever has the stamina and vitality
Watch One Piece.
to catch up to One Piece. I could see it
To watch One Piece. Not even
to catch up.
just,
I think
like,
he'll watch. I think
any
he'll
of it.
start. I don't know if he'll get through it in a year.
In a year is kind of crazy, but I will.
Wait, he was making a statement.
I could see it taking over the number 2 spot for him. Because Naruto has a special
would-
place in his
I
heart.
would hope so. No.
It's
Just
gonna
no.
be,
You just haven't watched the show, but you're like, no.
I'm telling you, no, right? I'm no. It's obviously not an okay, bro. It's obviously not an impossibility.
This way.
But I am
But where you said
so like the bar, like
This way.
especially how long it took. Like how long it took for something to even compare to Naruto for me.
Just wait till he
and now
hears.
Attack on Titan is comparing to Naruto,
Just wait till he hears. I want to live and let's go. That's it.
bro.
all I
Attack
gotta
on
say.
Titan, it's not.
No, he's a dick rider for Eren, bro. It's clear it's not gonna pass it.
Not for. I'm not a dick rider for
The
Eren
whole
specifically.
show, man. The whole
Okay.
show.
It's a great show. Don't get me wrong.
It is a and it's probably such a basic take to
It
say
is.
that it's
It
the
is
best,
a great
but-
show, but like,
Okay, what
It's
else?
not in my
What
top
else?
3.
What else has of Johnny's list would you put in his top 3?
I don't remember what he's watched. Dragon Ball.
Okay, you would
But
put
he hasn't
Dragon Ball
watched
over
Dragon
AOT.
Ball regular. I, think
Oh,
I haven't
okay,
watched the
well,
OG. I haven't watched the OG Dragon
That
That
has a
Ball.
lot of
changes
value
it. That
to me.
changes it. Yeah, of course.
Dragon Ball, regardless, it would not be in. Well, I don't know about if Dragon Ball was there, but currently without Dragon Ball, it's not in my top.
It's just
What's
yeah.
your top 3?
Naruto, Attack on Titan, and I literally thought about this the other day. What is it?
Stupid shit like Boruto
No,
Next
no,
Generation.
no, no. The thing is, I don't want to be basic, but
Or just which one's your third
What-
favorite?
what is your
Because I'm
heart
trying
telling
to
you?
think.
Like your Naruto is number 1, like, and you're saying you don't want to be basic.
Yeah, but that's different.
Okay.
That's an emotional attack.
Alright.
Demon Slayer is a contender.
Okay.
Devilman Crybaby is a huge contender.
Yeah, this list is frail.
Okay, so there are opinions.
Fine.
Okay.
I can tell you your opinion. My opinion is that your opinion is ass. There you go. There's
Let
my
me.
opinion.
You know what?
What phone? What phone are you pulling out
Yeah,
right now?
fuck me. I was just gonna say I have to fucking. Okay, you know what? No, we'll for the sake of time, we'll discuss that top 3.
Okay.
But
Well, you don't have your third.
He
in
wants to
mind?
think
What's
about
the-
it. He wants to think about
I
it.
do want to think about it because I have like a whole bunch that I really want to.
So where would you say
Contend.
you
But-
said by the end of season 3 it grabbed you by the cojones and was like,
Well, since
love
season
this.
2, I was like season 1, I was like, okay, this is really.
Yeah.
Season 2, I was like, I'm definitely hooked.
That it was
and
really good or like
really
amazing.
good. I said it's really good.
But,
but because I know-
what's the best season 1 you've ever watched.
Best season 1 I've ever watched.
Mine is easy.
That's an even bigger thinker.
What's yours?
100% Vinland Saga.
Vinland Saga?
That's an
I
even
was so
bigger
impressed by
thing.
one season doing that much.
You're right. It did accomplish a lot.
It's a contender, 100%.
Honestly, I thought Ashclad was gonna take.
Ass clad. Ass clap.
Actually,
Thank you. I thought
Just
I'm just
we
gonna
got
ask
it.
Clyde.
We know what we were talking about.
yeah, Ass Face. I thought he was gonna be the villain for like 3 seasons easily. I could have seen that. 3 seasons.
Oh,
We see
spoilers for Vinland Saga.
we see them duel maybe once or twice every season. I could have seen it go on for 3 seasons and then it happens. That was unexpected last episode for Vinland for sure. Definitely up there for good first seasons. Great first seasons.
Excluding the first 2 episodes.
They're setting it up, right?
I understand, but they set it up fucking slow.
Well, they did it because they wanted you to have that emotional attachment to Thor when he
Yeah, but we
gets.
could have watched something else towards. Could have watched something else.
okay, let's go back to Attack on Titan. This is gonna go on a tangent for days.
Okay, fair enough.
Monologue.
Your monologue. Return.
Where was I?
Season 3 grabbed you by the balls and
Okay.
it made it your
Let me
second
just
favorite
listen to
anime.
like the ambiance, like maybe add some like ominous music later on. Look at him. I don't add some ominous music there.
Okay,
No.
got you.
Or like some sad emotional music. No, yeah. So season 1. Season 1 I was like, this is very good. Season 2 I was like, I'm definitely hooked. Season 3 I was like, holy fucking shit. This man is a genius. This guy Hajime Isayama.
Okay.
The like peak level genius of our time. Season 4 I was like, yeah, this this is just writing on a scale that even J.K. Rowling couldn't accomplish. Like, this is nuts. Okay, the fact that he wrote it backwards is nuts.
You read it too as well?
No, I've
We looked it up
other
that day.
people, I haven't read it myself. So
We looked
take
it up that day.
with a
We
grain of
looked
salt,
it up that day.
but other people have told me that. as
Yeah.
well. But
You said it in an interview.
the
or
fact
something.
that he wrote it backwards, I think.
I remember I said it in like.
Yeah. No, we said it in last week's episode.
Yeah, we said it recently. I think a story like that, you have to write backwards. Y'all did not lie when you said everything is a plot point. Every single thing. And the way, like, when you go back and, like, something happened. Like, one specific example I can think of is when Rhina, Annie, and Bertold, like, took Marco's gear.
Yeah.
And then let him get eaten by the Titan. And then I remember we see Rhina, like, cry about it.
Yeah.
But then we don't find out until season 3 that they actually, and then they went back to it and we found out that's the reason why this happened and so on.
And I want to make a comment.
Oh my god.
I want to make a comment on that one because I remember watching that and I'm like they show us people getting eaten all the fucking time. Why didn't they show us Marco's fucking death properly? And then season 3 comes around and you're like,
Yeah,
weren't-
'cause they just like skimmed.
we weren't
over it.
supposed
It
to
was
know
just
that-
John. Or what was is his name? John?
Oh, Rhina, Bertold, and
No, not him. The tall guy, Jean.
Jean.
John.
Well, yeah, Jean.
John or whatever. He just like somebody tells him that Marco died.
Yeah.
That was all that was.
that's all it was.
No, but I remember they thought it was suspicious because they were like, I think they questioned why doesn't he have his gear?
Yeah.
And this doesn't look like a normal, like,
Oh, yeah,
something.
yeah,
they
yeah.
said something about it.
Something
And
that
I was like,
Titan
and then I
showed him.
forgot about it. And then there was also, like, I remember when they first introduced the Beast Titan at the beginning of season 2. They introduce him. He fucks some guy up. He does some shit.
It
Like,
was
he
that,
climbs
that
the
French
wall,
guy with
whatever.
the smelling or whatever, right? That he kills.
He like throws a horse at him, and then
Yeah.
he takes his gear. He's like, "What do you call it?" And this is before we even knew it was Zeke. Before we even knew who Zeke was. Before this is like beginning of season
Before
2.
we even
Yeah.
knew
This is, like,
people could
time.
be. Oh wait, no.
This is like the first time that we knew.
and Eren.
And Eren, yeah, no, but this is the first time like we'd seen a Titan talk or anything.
Yeah.
And then in season 4, it was
Because
so
even
subtle.
even Eren and Annie's Titan forms, they can't speak.
Yeah.
So that's why the Beast
But
Titan
the
was
way,
like,
like,
oh
in
shit.
season 4, it was so subtle. But they show a flashback of Zeke giving someone gear. Was it? He was giving somebody gear like from a different country or
Yeah.
something, and he was telling them like, "This is what Paradis has." And I clocked it, and I was like, "This is the gear he stole from that one fucking guy at the beginning of season 2."
Yeah.
And now he's showing them what they have and their weapons and shit. Bro, this gear.
That's
Yeah,
actually
he's-
we never see another Titan speak. The Beast Titan's the only one that
the
spoke.
No, Card Titan.
Oh,
can
the Card
speak.
Titan spoke.
I'm pretty sure Armor Titan speaks. I'm pretty sure
Oh, we haven't seen him speak.
Annie spoke when Mikasa latched on to her in the end of part 2 of season 4. Mikasa attaches to Annie
Yeah.
when they're fighting on the docks. They're
Oh,
fighting
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Jaegerists, and then Annie talks in Titan form. So I'm pretty sure all the smart ones can talk. All the 9, yeah. Continue monologue. Although at this point it's just
Okay,
thing.
continue your monologue.
I think I have never seen an anime where every single character is likable.
Yeah.
There is not one bad character or poorly written character.
Gabby.
Flock, and
Fuck that
that's
bitch.
something we're gonna have to get into, Jaegerist versus Alliance. But Flock, while he's a bitch and I hate him, I cannot say I could reason with him. I can sympathize with what he's doing because we'll get into that. But I can sympathize with him. He's well written. Seemingly unimportant character at first, becomes one of the main villains besides Eren. If you want to call Eren a villain, is Eren
Yeah, I was
really a
gonna
villain?
say,
Who knows?
Don't blaspheme my boy like that.
There are so many crazy well-written characters. The plot is amazing. It's the perfect mix of supernatural elements with like dystopian real-world politics and problems and this and that. I could sit here for days
And-
going on and on and on, but this show, like, I told my boy Ali yesterday, because he is one of those guys that doesn't watch anime just because it's anime. I told him, I said, Ali, I actually genuinely feel sorry for you because you're never gonna experience Attack. I swear to God, and I actually felt it. I was like, Ali, I genuinely feel sorry for you because you're never gonna experience Attack on Titan for a reason as stupid as it's animated. I could go on for days and days and days and days.
They'll make a live action one day.
Don't do it. But it is beautiful.
Been working on live action. I think
That would be
ship has
fucking
sailed.
expensive.
There's a
bro.
live action One Piece coming. Hear about that?
I did. It looks.
Let's not talk about.
Yeah,
let's
yeah.
not
We'll
get
we'll,
into-
we'll get. Yeah, we're gonna get on tangent. But yeah, so I guess that's a good segue. Jaegerist or Alliance?
Jaegerist.
Jaegerist or Alliance?
I'm just wondering which one's gonna find the One Piece first.
Eren Yeager for
I don't
sure.
really like the Jaegerists, but I'm not siding with the Alliance. I just like Eren's perceived thought process.
Before we get into this, I will say something I also enjoyed, kind of leading on to your point. Pre-Rumble, I love that the Titans weren't invincible. Like, they were very defeatable by humans.
Oh, also opening soundtracks. Oh, my
Elite.
god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Elite.
Oh my god. I could sing those at the top of my lungs from the rooftops for days. But yeah, go on. Sorry.
But I just like that they're very easily defeated. Like, not easily defeated, but they're defeatable by humans. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have that, like, Demon Slayer-esque vibe where the demons, like, if you're an average Joe Schmo, you're fucked. In Attack on Titan, you could train and you could fucking learn to use the gear and you could take out an...
Well,
Take out a
Tanjiro was an
thing.
average
Yeah.
schmuck fucking
I
trained
disagree,
and
yeah.
became.
he had...
Although Tanjiro does have like
he has...
allegedly he has like the blood of the past.
not
and,
allegedly,
like,
the motherfucker
fuck
pulled out sun
Tanjiro,
breathing.
that's anybody who trains can become a demon slayer, regardless if it's like a.
Oh yeah, like what does
Get
Zenitsu
rank,
have on?
yeah.
That? Like,
But I feel like it just takes too long to create Hashira, and I don't think it took as long.
Ashira. Okay, that's not like you're talking about the top of the top now. You were just talking about the regular.
Okay,
Joe
well,
Schmo, but now you're talking
yeah,
about
the
top of
regular Joe
top.
Smo, like, they wouldn't have passed that for entrance test. A lot of them, with a year or two of training. And with a year or two, you could fucking master the movement of the gear. You know what I mean?
Bro, how many people dropped out of the training in Attack on Titan?
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of them do. And how many?
Yeah.
And how many didn't even become scouts? They
Okay,
just
how
went
many
to the-
how many people passed the Demon Slayer test?
But we're saying it's the same.
No, it was literally 4 as
Yeah,
opposed
but
to...
that's because they had an uncontrolled variable, which was that big motherfucker. That guy wasn't supposed to be there.
Bro, you could have a whole debate on. You know what? That's a good idea. Episode idea. You could have a whole debate on what's the easiest. Okay, I've seen
Which
this on
is
TikTok.
the easiest verse? to
What?
live
No,
on?
no. What's the easiest test to pass? You can like the cadet corps, the demon slayer training, the hunter exam, the tuning exams. Like, what's the easiest test to pass? We could have a whole debate on that in another episode. But like if you go
The
too deep into
Boruto
that, it
tuning
can go.
exam.
I would just
No,
say the
that was
tuning
whatever.
exams.
No, the tuning exams and the hunter exams are fucked too.
The
But
hunter exams are fucked.
um,
Yeah, so going back to Jaegerist versus Alliance. What are your
granted,
thoughts,
at the end of
Johnny?
the day, I don't think it's gonna matter.
Okay.
Because my prediction is that they're just gonna. He's like as goated and as beautiful as this anime is. Most anime all end in the way you would expect them to, which in this case is Mikasa and Armin are gonna like talk to him and have a whole talk no jutsu speech and cry about it, and then he's gonna join their side, stop the rumbling, and it's all gonna be happy. And then they're gonna find something.
I honestly
You
think
Attack on Titan is gonna end happy.
I think I'm gonna have to 100% disagree with you.
Yeah.
I think even what we saw in today's episode, where he pulls them into that fucking spirit world,
Fucking
and he's like,
jukes him.
listen,
Yeah, I just
he's
came here
like-
to tell you.
he's like, listen, I've been eavesdropping on you motherfuckers. I'm just telling you, don't waste your time trying to talk to me. I ain't stopping shit. You better come here ready to
Well,
fucking kill me.
They're doing a different. If they're doing a different ending than the manga, then you would have to know how the manga ended to know how if it's gonna end happy or not.
Just based off like the rumors and the talk on the internet and the outrage of fans, you know that the ending that you're envisioning, I don't think is what happened. I feel like a lot of average Joes, schmucks, would be
There's
very
there's
satisfied
one,
with
I
that
think
kind
it's-
of ending.
There's one panel that I keep seeing going
Average
around
Joes
on
aren't
TikTok.
Reading it.
Don't really
Yeah, but
Attack on Titan.
but
Especially
everything's
because
all
Attack on
over.
Titan is one that everyone watches. now.
Everything's all over YouTube now too. If you wanted to know how Attack on Titan ended,
Well, I
you
keep
would just look it
I
up.
keep seeing one specific panel on TikTok. I'm not gonna
Don't
say what it
spoil
is.
it.
I'm not gonna say what it is because it's literally one panel, very simple panel with one speech bubble of text saying something. Very simple. I'm not gonna say what it is in case, but I cannot. We could have full well have already seen this panel in the anime.
Right.
Like I can't like really because it's such a simple and basic thing. But the way I'm envisioning it in my head is this panel could full well be the very last panel of the manga ever. It could also be something that we've already seen. It could also be something that we have yet to see. It could also be a flashback. It could also be this and that. So I have no idea. But like if that panel is like, okay, I can't really go into that.
Okay, but my question for you is,
like,
since it's fresh for you, and you've just gone through the season 1, 2, 3, 4 journey. I said 4 twice instead of part 1, part 2. Since you've just gone through that journey and you've seen how the writing is, and you've seen kind of theme of the show, do you think that it's a show that's going to have a happy ending, or do you think that it's a show that's going to have a decisive ending? Either Eren dies, or the world collapses, or the world dies.
A world other than parody.
Other than parody. But even then, when Eren dies, how do you control the roaming titans?
And they all.
Another thing that I wanted to ask earlier before we started, but I didn't get to ask, is how are all the rumbling titans colossal? Shouldn't there only be one colossal?
No, they're not
No.
colossals. They're the same thing as how like regular titans, same size as like, or like look like Eren's titan in a way. Like they're the same size, kind of. You know what I'm saying, or no?
No, because there's 5 meters, 10 meters, 15 meters. Eren is a 15 meter when he's not
Yeah.
Yeah,
monstrosity.
exactly.
That we see
They're a
now.
level.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Like they're like the same height, same thing. They're just all like the king built them all. Like,
Yeah.
made them all. They were all on the walls.
yeah, but how are they? Those are all 60 meter. The colossal, like Armin, is 60 meters.
Yeah.
All the rumbling titans are 60
Yeah,
meters.
because that's what they made the walls out of. That's what they made the walls out
but
of.
shouldn't there only be one titan that's 60 meters, which is Armin?
No, there's
No.
one colossal titan, which is
which is Armin.
sentient.
yeah.
The rest are
That's what I'm saying.
titans.
Like the same
you
size.
see
Like
it-
Eren is the
you see
same
how
size as Titans.
You see how Zeke created titans from humans by feeding him, by letting them drink his spinal fluid through
Yeah.
wine. So I'm assuming it's something similar to that, but on a much bigger scale.
Yeah, but the only difference between the rumbling titans and Armin is the intelligence. That's the only
That's
difference.
the only difference between like any, like let's say like Annie's Titan and a regular
No,
Titan.
each of the 9 has a specific
Ability.
quality that
What about the
keeps them
Colossal?
away. The
The
colossal.
Colossal's ability isn't being colossal. That's not his only ability. It's the fact that he blows up like an entire continent when he becomes the Titan.
So do these ones. They left heat in the back. They have heat. Is that what you're trying to say? Or he literally
No,
blows up on the bomb.
doesn't he
His
blow up?
transformation
Yeah,
he's
his
talking
transformation is like hugely.
about. My thing is, I think of it kind of like a rarity, or like if Titans had races. I feel like a Colossal would just be a race of Titan, and
Yeah.
and the founding Titan collected
Yeah,
all
but
the
that means that the
Colossals.
colossal that's part of the 9 is not special.
Yes, it is, because it's sentient and it can
Sentient,
move,
yeah, that's
move
the,
on its free will.
Yeah.
What's special
But-
about Annie's?
No, but even then,
She can adopt and incorporate powers from other ones.
yeah, she can do that.
Manifest shit.
So that's
The
to me,
job-
that's
the-
like the same thing as him blowing up when you.
Yeah, but
they have like one
like
little power.
my thing is,
Yeah, but also that's not true. What you said about him having free will. The only reason they have free will right now is because Eren is letting them. Eren could fully control all of them.
right, but we like free will and intelligence. Again, the average Titan, when he wasn't controlling them, when the founding Titan wasn't doing shit, were running around like a bunch of fucking schmucks. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the same thing. It definitely has to do with the founding Titan ability. It could be that he's able to evolve Titans or bring them to another level, or it could just be that there were this many
I
colossal
think it was
Titans.
for the sake of making the wall that big, you could just choose how big they are.
Yeah.
You just make it as big as the colossal Titan.
So how did he make them that big?
Oh, how would he make them regular size?
No. Oh my god. At one point when they, after this we'll bring up the clip, but at one point when they're first describing how the wall was made, they use the term he made it out of many colossal titans. He actually says that. We'll bring the clip up after we're done recording. But sorry.
I'll include it.
But whatever. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, he mentions we'll look into it after that. But yeah, that was one thing that I was like, this is kind of weird. But it could just be that like they're made from the descendants of the colossal. They're just not sentient, I guess. That's the only difference.
Titan's pipe?
Yeah. When they're in human form. Well, that's how Bear Eldians got the bro, and the whole backstory of the war. The they like Well, there was
They
the
didn't have,
9.
like, kids, and then they had like
No.
powers when they
There was
they
no.
ate them. That's how
Yeah,
they
yeah,
become a
yeah.
Titan.
But you become a Titan by eating someone who is a Titan. Well, you become a intelligent Titan by eating someone who has the ability, or you can get injected and just
Yeah.
be a fucking running around.
So you're saying those colossal Titans were like, they found every fucking descendant of one of the colossal Titans and injected them? Like that wouldn't
I don't
work.
know. After
That doesn't make
that's
sense.
Anyway,
well,
I'm gonna
this
look.
is we're getting into the just.
I'm gonna look it up while I'm editing. Right now, you're gonna see either a black screen or a video of me explaining the actual situation. So take it away, Uncle Tony. What's going on, everybody? Uncle Tony here. Did some research, and yeah, the colossal titans were created by King Fritz, using the founding titans' power. A threat to the outside world. Reference millions of them. A lot of YouTubers math, and it's about like 500,000. But we're gonna go with what the book. Your answer. Back to you, boys.
Because you can just.
Anyway, Tony, thank you for such a great explanation. We really appreciated
Okay,
that.
now,
Anyways,
let's get in.
I
Okay.
think on the point of the colossal Titans, I'm pretty sure I remember that he took all the like there were like colossal Titans roaming around, and he took all of them with him to go make the walls. I actually think I have a feeling that I feel like that was a part of like one of those screens in between. You know, like when they're the loading screens.
Yeah.
The king. I used to read those. The king like took all the colossals that existed and made it into the walls. Could be tripping.
Anyway, Tony just explained it, so they know. We know.
Explain something else.
Anyways, let's get into the fun stuff. Why Yeagerist?
Listen, at the end of the day, it's not about genocide. Everyone knows genocide is wrong. I do not condone genocide, all right? Just because I'm a Yeagerist doesn't mean I condone genocide. The real situation here is they had 3 options, all right? They had 3 options. The 50-year agreement, the euthanasia thing, euthanization, and the rumbling.
Rumbling.
Okay? Those were the 3 options. It comes down to, at the end of the day, do you save your friends and family at the expense of the world? Or do you sacrifice your friends and family at the expense of the world? In Naruto, at the expense of...
You're gonna reference Itachi.
Yeah. In Naruto, we see Itachi choose the world over his family and clan. And he slaughter gangs that shit. All right?
On that murder gang shit.
Yeah, slaughter gang shit. Yeah. Eren does not have that kind of mental fortitude or even empathy for the world. This motherfucker grew up in hell. He grew up in hell. He watched his mom get eaten. He watched his walls get fucking destroyed. He watched his friends' cheeks getting clapped by these naked monsters. And there's a whole world out there that didn't give a flying fuck. That calls them devils. That says that they're evil. They're the descendants of a demon. You think I'm a descendant of it? You tell someone he's a descendant of a demon enough times, he's gonna show you what a descendant of a demon is. And maybe I'm selfish like Eren. 9 times out of 10, I'll burn the world down just to make sure my friends and family don't suffer or die. I'll burn the world down so that my friends and family don't suffer it. That's why I'm a Yeagerist. Fuck the mainlanders.
A hero will sacrifice you to save the world. A villain will sacrifice the world to save you.
I'm not like.
That's just something.
I think you saw that over an Obito screen.
No. That's not from. I've just seen it before, whatever. But I think it describes Eren perfectly because he's doing this for not just his homies, but for like Eldia as a general.
Well,
So-
no, you can see that it's for his homies because even in all of this, like you said earlier on, like he makes a point of in the episode, like they make a point of in the episode. He never took away their free will, even though he could. He never said, "You're gonna follow my orders. You're gonna fucking slaughter gang everyone with." No, he didn't want them to carry that burden that he's carrying. And you see it even in that episode where he's talking to Ramsey. I'm sorry, and he's crying. He hadn't done shit yet.
Ramsey, the little
That's
kid.
kid's name, bro. This is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I'm talking about. He like the emotion in that scene. He hadn't even done anything yet.
Yeah,
But the attack titan.
he could have easily not done
But
the
the-
rumbling.
But the attack titan. But couldn't he have? Because the attack titan can see into the future, and if he's seen the future, then he knows what's gonna happen. And
Okay,
can you
this is a
change the
paradox.
future?
This is a paradox. You
This
can't
is yeah.
answer this
That
question.
shit. That episode with his dad when Zeke was showing him the memories, and then the dad doesn't kill the royal family, and Zeke's like, wait, what's happening? Then Eren goes into his ear, and he's like, he looks at Zeke, he's like, yeah, bitch, this was me, and he tells him, bro, there's levels to this shit, bro. There's levels. It's stacked.
That whole episode fucked my brain,
He's actually this man is like this is peak genius. What we're reading. It takes. This guy needs to take an IQ test because it takes a once in a lifetime genius to write something like. Not anyone could write a story like this.
We have 3 of them, so no, I wouldn't say once in a lifetime.
What's 3 of them?
We got him, we got Oda, we got Anthony Andreas. We got 3 of them.
I haven't seen One Piece, so I can't talk about it. You know how on dick I am for Naruto, and Naruto writing is not as genius as Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I mean, the ending of Shippuden
no way.
brought the show from a 10 to like an 8 for me. You know?
Naruto writing is crazy. Like, who would have expected that the masked man would be Obito? Who would have expected that?
It was good until
the whole
Kaguya
time-
came into it. And then I'm like,
But we're talking about someone that's in the limits of shonen for kids. That has to be children friendly.
okay, that's fair.
Attack on Titan was never set with those limits.
Naruto, in
That's
all
fair.
fairness,
And also in
Naruto
a
was
completely
made children
different
friendly
era.
for TV. It
That is
wasn't
Completely
actually
different era.
That is fair.
Completely
Yeah.
different.
That's
Well,
what I'm
you're in
like,
this
it's
modern
like-
era.
sources.
Boruto could have gone a dark way, more adult themed. Most of the
Boruto's
Naruto,
shit.
most of the Naruto fan base had aged. So it would have been the smart thing to do would be to make a rated.
No, but you're forgetting that
PG-16 show.
Naruto originally was not kid friendly. They had to censor it on Cartoon Network or wherever they were playing it.
Okay,
To
regardless.
make it, yeah. Regardless, like I said, Naruto I love with my whole entire heart. Who would have saw Obito being the masked man coming? Who would have seen Itachi being a good guy? Who would have seen Minato being Naruto's dad? All this, but that is nowhere near comparable to the kind of writing this guy on Attack on Titan.
Once they started explaining,
way.
once they started explaining the 9 Titans, though, you knew the rumble was. You knew it was gonna happen. They weren't just gonna introduce something and never show it to you.
No, but they didn't introduce the rumbling until the first time they mentioned the actual term, the rumbling, is beginning of season 4.
Yeah.
And the 9 Titans were described like beginning season 3. So you didn't even know about the rumbling until part 1 season.
So you're telling me when Eren screams and you see all those Titans turn around and fuck off, you didn't think in your head, he does that to the Titans in the wall? Not even once?
When he touched the Titan.
Because,
By the way, the Titan that killed his mom was the dad's bro. There are levels to this
Yeah,
shit.
that's
not
Come
that deep.
on.
That one wasn't
That
that
is
deep.
crazy.
That's not that deep.
But all of it is nuts. Like so much shit is like absolutely.
What was it?
bonkers.
Was it the first wife?
It's not that it's deep.
Zeke's
It's
mom?
just that it's a detail.
That's pretty deep.
She
No, but I mean, like, it
deep.
wasn't
She ate
like
her
genius.
replacement. She ate her
we're talking
replacement.
about the
No, but it was like
G-
it wasn't. He's right. It wasn't like
Yeah.
her being his wife had nothing to the fact that she was his wife. He could have just made it some random person of royal blood and made it happen. But the fact that he just like just a cherry on top. Let's make it that she was his first wife and she's the one that ate his mom. Let's make it a cherry on top. And it wasn't forced. It worked.
Yeah.
It wasn't a forced detail. It flowed well with the story, which is what I'm saying. Like, you can't do that with a simple mind. This guy is a genius of our time. But anyways, I want to go back to your Yeagerist point. Sure.
left
What's
him
it
no
called?
choice.
Sure. Call me a monster. Call me a monster enough times, and I'll turn into one. I get that ideology. I get that philosophy. But think about it. They called them monsters because of what their ancestors did 2,000 years ago, right?
Okay.
And that is very unfair to do because you
Right.
don't know that you're not responsible for. My ancestors have probably done some fucked up shit. I'm middle. But does that mean I'm just using this as a real world example? All cultures have probably had bad histories and done whatever.
Right.
We're not gonna get into real politics,
But look-
but I'm just saying that that's the reason they didn't like the Island Devils because of what their ancestors did. But can't I switch that?
But it was
Can't I say
beyond that. It wasn't just the Island Devils. Even the mainlanders that shared that blood were treated like third-class citizens. Were treated like shit.
What do you mean?
The
Who?
Eldians.
Yeah, but Eldians, but even the
That's
ones
still the
on
same people
Marley,
he's talking about.
even
Just
I'm
talking about
saying,
Eldians, not
yeah,
talking about
they
Islanders.
hated
They still call
Eldians.
them devils.
Yeah, they hated Eldians as a well. They called no, they only called the Paradis ones that they called them Island Devils, but they did discriminate against the ones that were on their actual. Which is why, but those
While
ones that
using them to win wars.
yeah, but those ones that were on the continent, Eren also hates because those ones were on Marley Dick, and we're trying to say, and we're trying to be like, oh, we're the good Eldians. We're gonna prove that we're the good Eldians. Fuck those ones on the island, whatever.
Right, because you're trying to
Regardless,
simulate.
what I'm trying to get at is that's the whole reason. That's the whole Yeagerist philosophy is that he call me a devil and I will show you what a devil is. But the reason why a lot of people would say Yeagerist philosophy, like the only reason they call them that is because what their ancestors did, and you can't blame Eldians now for what their ancestors. Can't I also flip that on Marleyans? Why do Yeagerists and Eldians as a general hate Marleyans and the rest of the world? Because historically they've been
No,
dickheads
it's not
to them.
historically. It's right now. Though.
They
Yeah, no, but
continue
right
to
now,
do it.
But as we saw,
Johnny, they would take their prisoners to this island, turn them into titans, full well knowing that there's a city where people live and are trying to survive in there. They made sure that they could never expand outside of their walls. They made sure that they could never expand outside of their walls. And then they got even greedier. And we're like, we're going to go in there. We're going to get the founding titan so that we can make sure that we run
you know
this
what I'm
shit.
trying to say? Not okay. You're trying to say but not all Eldians.
No,
I'm
saying
yeah, but not all Marleyans.
Oh, that's not what he's saying.
I'm saying all Marleyans.
No, but they literally made a point. This is another genius of the show. He made it so that you can literally root for either side because there were little mini arcs in between where there were Marleyans that like you had like who was like for example like
I love how he says all this, but he like rates Code Geass so lowly.
well I haven't finished.
Yeah, it's because he hasn't finished it. He doesn't know.
I
haven't
don't
finished it either, but I see the.
Can't wait.
I'm almost done.
Yeah, but like there were times where they showed that Marleyans were like they made friends with a certain right now.
Are you talking about Onyan Capone or the guy who like cooks for
Onyan Capone, the guy that cooks for Thing. Who else? There was the general at the end who blew himself. The general at the end who blew himself up with the commandant. You saw that there are Marleyans that have a heart and that are good. Yeah. So he made it so that you can play both sides.
Okay. Historically, every person that inherited the founding titan stuck true to the Treaty of Peace. The first people to break that were the mainlanders. They came in for something that they didn't have a right for. They got caught. They got their ass whooped. Eren said, these motherfuckers are going to keep trying. There's only one way out of this. He went to the mainland. He looked at how life is, and they're like, oh, these motherfuckers pieces of shit. I want to protect my people, my island, the people who suffered the hell that I suffered. There's only one option. They're leaving me only one option.
Yeah, but he wants to kill everyone, not just Marley.
That way, no one will ever fuck with them again.
He wants to kill other cultures that have been oppressed by Marley, such as Onyan Capone's culture.
We also don't know if he's going to stop the rumbling after he gets past the
world
airbase.
Is done. He said the world is finished. He said it. The world. It's a game. It's GG's for everybody.
Good.
But good.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's gonna go.
But also, like the thing is, I'm not even arguing.
I really hope.
I'm saying it's not. Like
I really hope.
There's no guarantees in it.
I really hope this ends, and this is gonna be. People are gonna be so mad at me for this. I hope this ends with Eren taking Mikasa's life, and then it's just a panel of the rumble continuing, and it just says the end.
One annoying thing about
I would
Mikasa
love that.
is, bro, Mikasa is
Well, it's not gonna be a panel. We're watching anime. I'm talking about the.
No, the ending will just be a panel. Oh, okay, fair enough.
But
a GIF,
bro. I'm not trying to argue both. I'm not trying to argue either side.
Are you a Yeager? Are you one of us, or are you a member of the Alliance?
If I was in Attack on Titan,
I'm not a Yeager.
and I was sick like that.
Yeah, I'm speaking of one of us as a Yeager. I'm not saying one of us.
No, I feel like like. The thing is, I want our characters to win. I want like the characters that I've grown to love. I want them to win, and I want them to be happy in the end.
Just say you're an
But
Alliance.
whose ideology is better? I genuinely don't know whose ideology is better. Like if there were no main characters in this show and they just told us there's this side and there's this side, whose side are you on? I genuinely would not know who to pick. I would have to really think about it. But I love our
I
characters.
think you would definitely pick the alliance because you're talking about somebody you don't have an attachment to who's just killing everybody in the
Right.
world.
No, but
Then
if
I would be an alliance
if you gave
member.
me his reason why he's doing it,
Okay,
I'd
true.
understand.
So Obito or Naruto?
What do you mean Obito or
Just
Naruto?
the way
Obito is my favorite character in Naruto,
yes,
so
but the
Obito.
way
So you would
I don't want to
okay.
ask the question.
You would support
What do you
Obito.
mean?
Talking about this philosophy, the conversation that we're having about philosophies, ideologies, the way he's going on an absolute fucking rampage just because his girl died, or
Opposed to Naruto's ideology, which is what?
just
Peace?
save, peace.
Love.
Yeah, but that's
Hello.
yeah, but no, but that I feel like that is different. Just because I don't want to go into a tangent about Naruto, but I feel like that is different. Just because Naruto is like in Attack on Titan, they both are doing something bad and doing something good.
What's
Whereas
the
in
alliance doing that's
Naruto,
bad?
huh?
What's the alliance doing that's bad?
Well, if they don't let they're just allowing the Marleyans to keep oppressing Jaegerists for the rest of time.
Not their goal.
It's
Just
not
to
their goal, but
stop
they
the
know
death of
it's gonna happen.
That's
They know the
that's not
internment
their-
zone is gonna keep.
Yeah, but
What do
that's
you
not
think would
what's-
happen though? What do you think would have
not that
happened if he
one-dimensional.
didn't start the rumbling? What do you
They'd
think
be
was
going
happening?
to a war.
Well, why do you think? Well, why do you think
They
went
fully
into a whole,
showed up to his island to kill him.
Well, why do you think they went into a whole? Why do you think Mikasa and Armin and John and all? Why do you think they thought about it for a second before going to stop Eren? Because they thought, hey, wait, maybe this is what's good for humanity. Maybe this is the best thing. And then they were like,
Not
so
for
we could have a
humanity,
show.
for parody.
no, well, for humanity, because if they don't do, because
I just would have rebuilt the walls on the coast. To be honest.
no, but what's the point of that? Then you're gonna have to keep feeding kids to parents and feeding kids to parents and passing down Titan inheritance.
Yeah, I'm sure
What's
they'd
the point of that?
come out with a better way than feeding the child, feeding the parent to the child. I'm sure eventually, like they would find.
It's
Anyway,
the only way to.
Or
Well,
they just let them die out.
well, regardless, I think that in Naruto, it's like Naruto is just like, I want peace. Like in Naruto, in Attack on Titan, both sides are Obito. In Naruto, only Obito is Obito. What I mean by that is both sides have like an ideology that you can agree with or not agree with. In Naruto, it's just like Obito has like the deep philosophical idea in this, and Naruto is just like, I want to be Hokage Datebayo.
But regardless, no, because the alliance isn't. There's no. What's the bad part about the alliance? They're not saying we want Marley to oppress.
No, they're not saying, but they know that that is like
no,
what
they
will
don't.
happen.
Why do you say that? They're not like, oh, this is our goal. Like they could still try to change it in a
no,
different
they're
way.
gonna make
Yeah, but
sure
they did. They tried everything.
they're gonna make sure another Eren never comes into existence. The only way to do that is to annihilate the devils. On
Okay, let me ask you,
Paradise.
why did Mikasa and those guys, why did they hesitate?
You're gonna ask me a question that I don't remember answer to. I don't remember.
No.
The scene.
This is not like this is like okay. Well then,
You asked me a specific scene.
no,
It's been a
not
long
a specific
time
scene.
since
Just as a general, why did they? Oh, because it happened over the course of like, and they keep going back to it too. They keep going back to saying like, "Are we doing the right thing? Are we doing the right thing? Are we doing the right thing?" Why do you think that they constantly question themselves if that stopping Eren is the right thing? Why do you think so?
Eren, if it was some random, I guarantee they would just go to stop it.
Not true. Because there are no, because for me, you can make the argument for Mikasa and for Armin, but mans like Connie who literally hated Eren at one point, who still pretty much do because of how like Eren laughed when Sasha died, or Jean who almost joined the Jaegerists.
Just said he doesn't hate him because he knows he was in pain too.
You mean?
So
Oh yeah, no, he said that, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like, why do those people who don't really have like, he's like,
well,
it's like he's their
I'm
dogs.
sorry to
It's
like
not like
break it to
Mikasa
you,
and
but they
Armin.
weren't
It's
they
like-
weren't like main proponents in the decision making. Like
well, yeah,
like,
but okay,
Bonnie and John
okay,
are not like
Levi, who is the epitome of indifference.
Yeah, where he's like, stop right now, and I'll just kick you in the ass.
what did he do?
Why does he question whether they're doing the right thing? Hanji. Why
he-
does
when did
Hanji
he
question
ever
whether they're
question
doing the
that?
right thing?
When
You
did
haven't
Levi
seen it
ever
in a
change?
while. Last season. Hanji. Why does Hanji question it? John, Connie, I said. Armin and
Hanji
Mikasa makes sense
question it?
because it's to them. Annie questions it. Raina questions it.
I don't think all these people question.
I'll show you
Yeah,
the scene.
they question
I'll
it,
show you the scene
I
when they're
think-
sitting around the campfire from last season.
and that's the reason why Levi.
Well, regardless, we're talking about people who are oppressed by a people.
That's-
Like obviously they.
That's
fucking-
also the
No,
reason why Levi wants.
Yeah, so my question to you is, why in their head was Like, why were
You're
they
talking
unsure?
about genocide versus like leaving people who oppressed you alive. Like obviously, you don't want to be somebody who commits genocide out of humanity.
It was going to be genocide on either part. It was either genocide to humanity or genocide to
I
Paradisia.
don't know why you think that like they have no defense. I feel like that'd be a fire war.
There, it was. They got. I can't use a lot.
Brother, they would get clapped if they didn't have the Titans.
Yeah.
Well, newsflash, they have the Titans.
No,
literally has
not
three
even. Not even.
Titans.
They literally had.
Yeah.
Bro,
And he's winning the
invaded
war.
Remember when they invaded? No.
Thank
Remember-
you.
no,
Like,
relax. Remember when
Whoa.
they invaded? Remember when they invaded? Okay, beginning of season 4, Eren is already in Marley, and,
Yeah.
they take that battle. They dubs easy. Yeah, they take that battle. Remember when, literally, when Eren gets his that battle when Eren gets his head shot off, and then Zeke catches it, and then he shows him everything. That battle, that was Marley invading Paradis, and Paradis lost that battle heavy until Eren started the rumble.
But there's also
Paradis lost
No,
that
no, but
battle and they had Eren as a Titan. They had Zeke, which are two of the most powerful ones.
Yeah.
But
the problem is there was also infighting in
and then they had
Paradis.
Zeke scream. Oh, sorry.
There was infighting in Paradis, right? So that in play.
No, but at that point there was. You're right.
There
But
was
at that
split
point,
already.
they decided
to join
They
forces.
decided they literally they were remember when Mikasa, Armin, Connie, all those guys, whatever,
Yeah.
even the kids, what are they named, Gabi and Falco, they were all locked up.
Yeah.
Marley invades, and then they Onyan Capone, that's his name. He comes downstairs to the cells. He says, "Yo, Marley's invading.
Let these
Zeke
guys out.
Zeke turned on us. We need your help." They come out and they start fighting for, even though they still weren't on his side yet. They started fighting for him.
Yeah, they're
So
fighting
that
for
battle, that battle was
Paradis.
straight up Paradis, Eldians versus Marley.
Right.
And Paradis got swept, even though they had Eren as a Titan.
They didn't get
Zeke is a
swept after
Titan.
the scream, though. After the scream, they swept.
No, after the scream, they got swept. He screamed. He screamed. All the Titans, like Pixis and
Yeah.
all those guys, became Titans, fighting for Paradis.
weren't they also killing Paradis?
That happened after they wiped out all the Marlians.
Yeah.
Once the Marlians were all wiped out, they started turning on Eldians,
Yeah, yeah.
like civilians and scouts and
Yeah,
shit.
'cause
And
they're-
someone said, "Why?" First of all, they're mindless.
Yeah.
But they also started saying, "Why is this happening? Why isn't Zeke, or was it Zeke or Eren at that time? I think it was Zeke. Why isn't Zeke telling them to not attack us?" And then we realized that Zeke. That's when we found out about the euthanization plan, that he actually wants them dead anyway.
Yeah.
Right. See, it all comes back full circle. There are levels to this shit. The point is, Paradis got wiped in that battle. They had bare mindless Titans, Eren, and what's his name? Fucking Zeke. Not to mention all the scouts and Mikasa and Levi going crazy and all these guys. And they still got
No,
wiped.
Levi was already.
He wasn't down at that time.
Yeah,
Down
he
at-
was.
Oh yeah, he was. You're right. He was.
They got wiped because they got like ambushed, and I remember there was like a time thing that there was a reason why they were like so heavily getting fucked. Like,
They
there
were
was, like,
super
something that-
divided already. They were super divided already.
Their
They had a lot of
ideologies were
people
divided,
in
but they were all
jails.
fighting together.
They had a
It was
lot
the
of
same.
people in jails. They had killed a lot of people within their own
It wasn't
borders.
so simple as Eldia's weaker than Marley.
No, they pulled up. They pulled up with the.
The airships.
Well, not only the airships. They pulled up with the cart Titan with the
Cart.
anti-Titan
And the
gun
jaw.
on the back.
They pulled up with the cart, the jaw, and Rhino, the armor.
Yeah.
On Marley's side, it was armor Titan, cart Titan, and jaw Titan, and then like a bunch of just like soldiers and airships and
Yeah,
whatever.
but you're like describing this as if it's like a one-on-one in anime, like Goku versus Vegeta. But like
no, it's
we're
a
talking
war. It's
about
an army versus
a
an army.
war where it's like there was a very specific scenario where there was already like the cart Titan was already in the walls. There was a lot of infighting. There was people in cells that weren't there till like halfway through. You're telling me if they start invading and Armin's not locked up and he just jumps somewhere and just blows up with in the middle of a
Armin would
bunch of
not.
people.
Armin can't do that because Armin knows that if he does that, all surrounding civilians die. He can't do
What
that.
Here's my only
civilians? I
gripe
said
with this.
If they're on their way,
Here's my only
If they're
gripe with
on
this. How come that didn't happen when the
Or
original
told-
Colossal Titan
because
turned
we didn't see him
in the very first episode, and in the episode where he fights
No, you remember you can control the steam output.
during the
Armin
transformation.
realized this. That Armin realized that when they returned to Shinganshina.
Yeah.
In the arc when Ervin died.
You're wrong.
Uh,
Just because you say it loud doesn't mean it's right.
that's just
so you know.
I was just trying to pick. A lot of love. Anyways, when Ervin,
Just get a real Mewtwo.
when
God.
Armin, what's it called? Yeah, when Bertold transforms in that arc, and then he's walking at one point, and he like kicks Eren, and Eren flies into the wall. Armin notices that the arms are getting skinnier, and he's like, oh, his arms are getting skinnier because he's constantly outputting steam, but he can control the steam output. And then when Armin, by the way, that I actually choked up when Armin like grabbed onto him, and Armin got and then Armin he realized, like, when Armin's holding onto the thing, Bertold chooses to like let more steam. But the point is, you can control the amount of output.
I'm talking about the transformation
we're talking about
itself.
a different thing. He's talking about the transformation. Whenever Armin
he asked
transforms,
why didn't, in the first episode when Bertold was there, why didn't everyone melt?
No.
Why didn't the wall explode when he transformed to the colossal titan?
It seems like you're
episode
forgetting
one?
that Armin
I think you can control.
creates an explosion.
I think
when
you can control that.
I don't think so, because pretty sure Armin has like avoided transforming because it does that.
No, I'm pretty sure Armin has transformed besides that one time at the beginning.
Watch it.
I don't remember. I'm trying to remember. I'm pretty sure you can. Also, it could be different. Like, for example, Falco's Jaw Titan looks really different than Galliard's.
Oh, look.
And they also they might have different, what's it called? Zeke. Well, no, that's Royal Blood. That's different. I was going to say, they said that Zeke's Beast Titan has abilities that no other Beast Titan had. Probably because of Royal Blood.
Okay, fair.
Oh, and the fact that he might have been able to change which beast he is.
Yeah, crazy.
Yo, if that kid can fucking become a
You already
hawk.
know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You already know what's gonna
A fucking
happen.
pterodactyl.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a hawk, and he's gonna pull up. Gabby's gonna be out there with her sniper rifle, or Annie sacrifices herself, and it's just
Pakistan.
and it's just Gabby and Falco pull up.
If this kid Falco is the hero at the end of the day,
I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
Promise Gabby or Falco are very involved at some point.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Yes, you're right. Obviously, well, they wouldn't, because
I
at
think
first
Gabby.
Do you think Annie
Gabby
lets
killed
Gabby eat
Yeah,
her?
she did, and she killed Sasha, huh?
Do you think Annie lets Gabby eat her?
Ooh, you're calm.
I don't think she would, because
No, but
then she would know that
no,
because then she would know that Gabi would only have 13 years to live, and they don't want that. Because the whole point of this is to stop the cycle of making kids eat adults.
Right. You should just have one all-knowing God, and that person does.
Like the only reason he fed, like he was never gonna feed.
1 and 9 is not like that great in terms of macro.
Pretty great.
In terms of like the macro scale, it won't really make a difference. I'd rather have 9. Otherwise, it would already mix.
Well, regardless,
and then we're putting all that power into one person.
Do we see Eren kill his boy?
Armin?
Armin.
I don't think he's. I don't think Eren will kill any of it.
I agree. I agree with that. But do you think that that's why it's crawling like that? Because it doesn't have the strength of the colossal titan to stand up?
No, I think it's just built like that.
Okay.
Yeah, I just think that's like a.
Because the original
mutation.
insect is like
That's
that.
just a design choice by the author. Unless he has another bro, that thing is terrifying, and it looks
it's gonna haunt
like
my
the
dreams.
OG founder. Bro, the OG founder just looked like a titan.
Yeah,
remember Ymir when they showed her transformation in the flashback?
That's also because
she had the girl titan.
All of the titans.
She had all of them.
Yeah, but she just looked like any other.
Oh, we
titan.
also don't know that this isn't.
Yeah, I don't think this is the founder titan. I think this is a like manifesto of like.
Well, the Warhammer.
Oh, it's the founder. They've been saying they've been referring to him.
He
as
is
the founder.
obviously
He is the founder, but we're
the-
saying
the-
his
the-
skeletal structure.
Yeah, the thing.
Oh, you mean like Eren chose to look
Yes.
like that?
Yeah.
Oh, that I could see that happening.
Because also his bones are the same color as like.
Well, we know
when
it. We know it's the War Titan because he manifests the
Yeah.
fucking.
Even though Johnny thinks
Beast
that was
Titan.
the Zeke.
It could be Zeke
could
covered.
be. It could be.
because
it wasn't
when you
like his.
when it
color
shows
even.
when it shows the close up of
Eren could have wrapped that
Excuse me, sir.
around Zeke.
Excuse me, sir.
so he-
when it shows a close up on Eren's face, you think it's just white in the beginning, but then you can kind of see the skin under it. going off what Johnny just
Yeah,
said, he
but that
could have just
didn't-
wrapped.
There's
the
also a
War
lot
Titan
of
also had
smoke.
red.
It could just be like the smoke.
No, it definitely wasn't the smoke.
No, that makes it look discolored. I mean,
Oh, okay.
like the Z.
No,
but it definitely wasn't, 'cause you
it
see-
wasn't- there was no
you
brown
see
on that.
You see the armored Titan hit him at the end of
There's
this
no
episode.
fur. There was no fur on that
Yeah,
beast.
this guy got hit.
at all.
Well, the reason I thought
Where
it.
are they hiding? Where are they hiding?
Well, the reason
The
I thought it was
the butt
Zeke
cheeks?
was because
You think one's left cheek, one's right cheek?
There's a definitely a chance, but I feel like
The foot?
the authors taking liberties to not put him in his ass cheek because of how serious
but
this
taken if
show is.
they deal with Zeke,
Yeah, it's over.
then that's it because he can't.
And
He needs royal
we
blood.
also don't.
Allegedly.
We also don't know if that was Zeke, because if that was Zeke, once they get him off his back, the rumble should stop.
Yeah, I don't think that was Zeke.
Or is it once the rumble starts, he has to stop it? You
I
can't
love
just kill
it,
Zeke.
rumbling.
Rumbling.
The reason I thought it was Zeke is because first of all, it's the Beast Titan. Second of all, like Anthony said, he was like hanging from Eren. He was like constantly attached to him, and I thought that Eren did that so he could be in constant contact with him. So he can.
I'm not saying you're wrong. That's what I'm
going.
saying.
I
I'm just saying.
I think it's
looked
Zeke
more like a
controlling it.
Warhammer.
Yeah, I agree. It's 100% a manifestation of the Warhammer, but I think Zeke is controlling it from somewhere else. That's why he needed that kind of connection. If we see the Beast Titan continue to fight now that it's been disconnected and separated, instead of just like
Then it has to be Zeke.
instead of it just like
Or Eren just like leveled that shit up
yeah,
because he's leveled shit up in the past.
that's what I'm. And that could also be how they created Colossal Titans.
And the
He just
founder
leveled
and,
motherfuckers up.
and the founder's pretty much God. It could do anything. It can alter memories. It can see the future. It can see the past. It can control other Titans. It can make Eldians have like it can make them lose the ability to make babies. Like this thing can do everything. So like,
Fuck.
Like this thing can literally do everything. Fucked. But yeah, on
I bet it could fart out of its chest.
Alliance
I don't
versus.
think so. I think that one's
That
tough.
might be too far.
I think that's where the draws the line.
That's out of its scope.
Yeah, no chance.
But yeah, Alliance versus Yeagerists.
Yeah,
I
Yeagerists.
wouldn't know. I just are
I'm joining the side of TikTok that wakes up every Sunday morning to defend the most heinous man in anime history. One of the most heinous men in anime
yeah, but
history.
he is one of
Eren?
the best.
Yeah.
Not one of the most heinous people in anime history.
One of the most heinous MCs in anime history.
He is
Oh,
one.
yeah.
He is probably the best. Probably.
He's
'Cause
up there. He's for sure up there. I think he's under Lelouch.
Up there.
I think he's under Lelouch for me. You guys
How
have
do you
to finish
say
it.
no? I don't
I didn't
understand.
say no.
Oh, I thought you said
Said-
no.
He said, I don't know.
I said phenomenal.
Oh,
okay.
phenomenal.
No.
Get my ears out.
Okay. Just to wrap things up with like a more lighthearted. This best character.
In that anime?
Yeah, obviously. You have to rest it on your. You have to rest it on your. Well, this is not comfortable. Comfortable.
This is
Stay comfortable.
this is great.
Are you gatekeeping? Fitting.
Gatekeeping
way I wanna
anything.
Levi.
I want to sit the way I want to sit too.
I didn't
Levi.
tell you. I
Yeah,
didn't.
I'm
I
doing
didn't do
that.
this.
I want to sit this. I want to sit like this.
Do it, have fun. I'm just.
That's
letting
what
you
I'm
know.
doing.
But you were doing it to Mafia.
Sit that.
Levi. But yourself, Johnny.
Good answer.
Great
I
answer,
have
I would say.
multiple. I love Armin.
Okay.
He's great. I know you don't
Is
like
it
him.
because he
I
reminds?
will never understand why you don't like him.
Because he's a pussy. He's a bitch made.
No, he's not.
He's bitch made.
He is great.
He's
I
betrayed.
love him.
He betrayed the man that almost fought the most powerful human in the verse to save him. Yeah.
Who did he betray?
Eren Yeager.
He betrayed Eren for what?
Humanity.
Kid, what are you talking about? He
So did everyone.
Yeah, but he.
But he's
Okay,
not everyone
hold
grew up with Eren and fucking did all this shit he did with
But
Eren.
also,
So did Mikasa. Is
no,
it
no,
fuck
no,
Mikasa?
hold up. Eren literally almost fought and got fucked up by Levi, so that he would become, so his boy would become the Colossal Titan over Erwin. And this guy has no loyalties. All right, he has no loyalties. He's bitch made.
No, there's loyalties over Prince.
Yeah, it's true. That's fair.
Yeah, but
This guy would talk to Anna's fucking.
Annie. That's
Annie's-
not
That
his
one
fault.
you're
That's because no, but that's because Bertold is in him. That's not fair.
Okay, that's fair. But he was crushing on her
He's
beforehand.
Armin.
Yeah.
Armin was MVP of the Shinganshi arc. He was MVP of that arc.
Oh, 100% because he nuked the
Easy.
Navy.
No, not
Doesn't know
that
what
arc.
the Shigan-
When
Oh no,
the
he
arc
wasn't.
when Ervin died.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
No, it
Oh!
was. It would go Ervin.
He was.
It'll go
Oh,
Erwin.
No,
You time out. You time out. It would go Erwin, Levi, and then your boy.
You're already wrong.
Brother,
Levi.
did you see what Levi did in that arc?
Levi dropped one of the most best, beautifully choreographed scenes ever, but that's all he did in that arc.
That was enough. Actually.
that's all
that's all he did. He just
it was a
he
great
just-
feat.
he
It was
just-
a great feat.
he just killed all the Titans and fucked up the Beast Titan.
It was a great feat.
That's all he did. That's it.
Yeah, but that was 10
That's all
minutes.
he did.
It was a great feet. It was a great feat.
Your
But
boy
that was-
got bitch slapped, burnt to a crisp, roasted alive.
Willingly
Okay. If I got
Yeah.
smoked willingly.
to save everyone.
In
he's
an
a
attempt.
hero. That episode is named after him. He's a hero.
In an attempt to save everyone. Levi saved everyone who was still alive.
And
Armin,
Erwin, isn't that the arc where
Yeah.
Erwin?
The
my soldiers
Yo,
rise.
yeah, actually, I'm with you.
Come on now.
Ervin
I'm
is
with
not
you.
the goal. You
Come
guys,
on
he's
now.
not the MVP though. Both studs, stunning, phenomenal players.
Let me ask you a question.
Great.
Let me ask you a
valuable to the
question.
league.
Let me ask you a question. If Erwin didn't make that sacrifice and convince those 100 people to charge to their death, how would Levi have killed every single Titan there? Yes or no?
What does that have to do with Armin? Did I say they're invaluable?
Hold
No,
up, hold up.
absolutely
Hold
they're
up.
valuable. Are they
Hold up.
You're not
MVP?
answering his question.
No.
Answer my question first.
No, he wouldn't have.
Okay. If
what-
if
why does that make
if your
him
boy didn't hang on to the colossal Titan for dear life, how would that have changed the arc?
The point is, Armin was like taking his attention. So Eren, because remember Eren was hardening at the bottom,
Right.
because he needed to keep what's the name? Oh, I know why.
Tell me.
Because he needed to keep the colossal titan stationary. Remember,
Okay.
the colossal titan can't move
When it's emitting
if
steam?
he's releasing steam.
Okay.
But he had to keep no. No. He can only release steam when he's stationary. It was something like that.
Okay.
I have to rewatch it. It was
Right.
something like
That's the
to that
same
effect.
exact fucking
Uh-huh.
It
thing.
was something like no.
Yeah, it does.
but
Okay.
regardless, it's the
It was
same
something like that.
result.
Armin needed to stay there
Okay.
so that the colossal titan would.
Can I
stay
ask you a question?
stationary.
If anyone else did that, would the same outcome have happened?
Yeah, but no one else was
Okay,
willing to.
let me ask you a question.
Nobody
anyone-
else could have done the
Also,
Erwin thing.
If anyone else gave the Erwin speech, or anyone else was tasked with taking out all the remaining Titans and the Beast Titan, could any of them done it?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
But number one,
There's the door, bitch.
number one, you're so. We're gonna watch that episode right after this.
I
I am
promise
gonna.
we're not.
I promise you, I'm gonna write
It's
an
like
essay about
1:30.
why this. Guy,
Yeah, I'm not watching shit.
This. First of all, that's not the only thing that makes him MVP of that arc.
Okay.
When they first get there, he's the one that found out that Rhina and them would be hiding
in the
wall.
wall?
Is this
Okay.
wrapping something up right
He's
now?
the one.
Yeah, this is the
wrapping
last
the
question.
episode
This is
up.
the
Yeah,
last question.
Last question. Armin is the MVP of that arc.
Okay.
Ervin gave the speech.
Yeah.
And he was brave and he ran in and he got all the soldiers to go in and
Right.
this and
And
that.
they all died.
He gave Levi. Yeah. He gave Levi the chance to go and do his beautifully choreographed
Which
fight.
he
against
did,
the
and he
Beast
fucking
Titan.
killed all of them.
That was amazing.
Right.
Phenomenal. Armin stood there,
Mhm.
took that heat like a man.
Right.
He got melted, and he had to stand there so that Eren could be down there. And also, mind you, Armin was the smart one. Armin, the only reason Armin was the one to do that with the Colossal Titan is because remember when they were like conversion, Eren was like dead on the wall on top of the
Sure.
wall. The Colossal Titan kicked him. Armin told them, "We have a plan. I have a plan, but it can only work if me and Eren pull it off." Because I'm the brains, I have to tell Eren what to do, and y'all need to go deal with these other little bitch titans that are
Right,
running around,
sure.
this and that.
Okay.
So Armin went to Eren, told him the plan, stuck to the guy so that he wouldn't move,
Okay.
stalled time so Eren could harden.
Right.
And then Eren ran away and then did his own thing and
Hmm.
beat the Beast Titan
Cool.
or whatever. Sacrificed his life for that.
Or Pakistan.
At the beginning, he found them in the walls. He
Anyone would've done that.
he took a lead like crazy. He was telling everyone, you do this, you do that, you do that. It worked out. They won.
That's why
They
he's the
beat- they
commander
won.
right now.
They
Sure.
won.
Yeah.
He is the GOAT of that arc. He is. I love. You know what?
You know, top three.
Ervin, and Levi are also both contenders for my favorite character. Like those three are the contenders for my favorite character.
Okay.
So
And one of
Yeah.
them, you don't even know his name.
Shut
The
up.
weirdest part.
it's Ervin.
Erwin.
Anyways, that was that's
Levi.
it for
You
me.
just-
that ends
You know, you just said it the way he says it.
Ervin.
We say it.
Ervin.
Anyways,
Unless Arshia wants to add
as
anything.
my
Well,
you asked
you're
a
not
question.
interested. You're not interested who his favorite character
Okay.
is?
Bro, he was the one who was
This
like, "Oh,
has
we're not
been-
wrapping it up."
Because me and you got on a tangent and fight.
Yeah, we got into.
Yeah.
Guy just picks a dick and sits on it and rides on it for fucking the rest of his
Okay,
life.
and there's
That
nothing.
is-
And there's
that is
nothing.
Literally, you're
false.
on one.
Did you or did you not say we're wrapping it up?
Yes, because you said to wrap it up, and then you guys started having the
like for the-
craziest.
They're
as the
talking
end-
about
as
the
last-
podcast.
as the last segment of this podcast.
Yes, so you asked a question.
Go ahead. I'd love to hear what you have to say.
Lego Batman.
Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been
I
a
swear to God, I was waiting for him to start giving his answer, and then I was gonna be like, "All right, guys." No, I actually want to hear this.
Lego Batman.
Give me an honest, a serious answer. Serious answer.
Okay. My favorite character.
In Attack on Titan.
He's
And
gonna say
Attack on
Goofy or
Titan.
something. I swear to God, he was.
Dude,
Go ahead.
touch me. The best written anything you could ever want in Attack on Titan is Gabby. Thanks for watching this episode.
Gobby.
Oh my God. Okay, I don't care about that one. Yeah, Gabby. That one I don't care about.
Thank you guys for tuning in. We've been the
Schmoinky Goblins. Yep. I've been him. He's been her.
Leave a comment, like, and subscribe. We love you.
Easy.
SASAGEYO.